many of you saw the video where my wife recently guest starred, and she explained that if she were a man that was losing his hair and had disposable income, that of course, sure, she'd get a hair transplant. Which that speaks against the identity of how I brand this whole channel. My whole thing is, even if I were rich and famous, I still wouldn't care if I go bald. Let it just happen. It's normal. That's always been the message that I've put out there. And so yeah, there was some irony, there was some humor in the fact that the woman I am married to has a different perspective on this than I do. So let's explore that. Here is the main takeaway from me. When you are married to a female for 10.5 years, well, no, it doesn't even take that long. Like within the first couple of months of us being married, I've learned something. And that is the difference between men and women has a lot less to do with the physical differences. It has more to do with the psychological difference. There's such a difference in the way that you perceive everything. Those are the challenges, because as a man, you're always going to think like a man. And as a woman, she's always going to think about things from a female perspective. And part of a successful marriage is understanding that, accepting that, and basically seeing how can we have this Venn diagram that we can be our own selves, our own genders, the way that we're designed to be, but still be able to move forward in the same direction. So here's what I want to explore. I want to see if anybody could agree with me on this. When my wife said that she would get a hair transplant if she were a man who were balding and had disposable income, I say she's still looking at that from a female's perspective, because women are judged much more harshly and continuously in their lives on their looks than men are and than men ever will be. That's just how it is. When you ask a guy, hey, name 5 things that are the most attractive thing that you see in a female, you're not going to hear that guy say, well, she's got to have a really nice smile, she's got to be able to make me laugh. No, a guy is not going to say that about a girl. He's going to name all physical things, which reinforces the fact that a woman's value is largely, whether we like it or not, is largely based on her physical beauty. So of course my wife would say, if I were a man, I'd get a hair transplant, because she's still thinking like a female. Whereas you ask a woman, hey, name top 5 attractive traits you see in a man. What you'll often find is she may not even name one physical trait. You'll probably find that it has more to do with, he can make me laugh, he has a good smile, he can take care of me, that he's a good person, and it wouldn't hurt if he made good money too. That's probably what you're going to hear. And I've made videos like that where I've asked single women, for the sake of my audience, that question, and then what do the guys do? They deny it. Like, oh, she's lying, she doesn't want to be conceited. But see, that's the thing. That's a male thinking, but I am physically attracted to the opposite sex based on how she looks. So therefore, I cannot understand that a woman would not see my hairline before she would, that she would see some other trait before she would see my hair. See, that's the thing. Men and women get caught in their own gender boxes that they can't understand past that. And I think one advantage that I have as a man is that I can recognize that. And that's why I think for me, one of the underlying tones of this whole channel is, let's approach male pattern baldness from a masculine perspective, a masculine point of view. And even in my communication style, I want it to be known that I am specifically communicating in a masculine way. You don't see me getting angry, emotional, defensive, anxious. You're not going to see those things from me, because it is a masculine trait to be in control of your own emotions. And the only times you see this change is when I'm playing the audience, where I dress up as a character, or naughty Nick, all that stuff. Then I start getting emotional to play a character. But from day to day, you don't see that from me. because it's a very masculine trait to be in charge of your own confidence, to create your own confidence. But that's the thing. Can anybody agree with me on this? I mean, I know a lot of people will disagree, but that's really the question. I would only be amused if there was people who could actually agree with me in the comments and say, okay, Nick, I see what you're saying. The whole point of your video is not to say that you should or shouldn't get a hair loss. Nick, what you're saying is females, no matter what, are going to be attracted to men in certain ways that men can't relate to, because men are attracted to women in completely different ways that are more physical. So of course Nick's wife is going to answer that question that yes, she'd get a hair transplant. Because she's a woman, you can't change her brain. People can get, whatever kind of surgery, and they can transmorph into whatever other gender it is, and let them do that. I'm a libertarian. I don't worry about what other people do as long as it's not hurting other people. Let them do whatever they want to. But still, no matter how you change your body and how you identify, what is your brain? Is your brain masculine or feminine? Now, I'm not asking, well, are transgender people masculine? I don't care. Let them do whatever they want to do. Not my business. I don't need to know, and I don't need to care. But what I'm saying is, you watching this video now, you're a man. You're always going to think like a man. Women are always going to think like women. We're always going to be attracted to each other in the ways that men are wired to be attracted to women and women to men. So if a man tries to assume what he would do if he were a woman when she was getting older, or a woman, this is getting really weird, isn't it? I think you understand the point of the video. So yeah, how about you just leave the comment so we can take it from here.